Stop. Stop. Yeah, just let him go in.
He loved me, but he loved every woman on the block.
Let him go in. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Unadulterated You. I am Bianca, and this is my partner,
Teddy. What's going on, everybody?
Yep, it's good to be back with you all. And today we have no specific topic, but maybe just a compilation of different things we can just sit and converse and, just talk about a couple of things.
Right. So what you got on your mind this evening?
Well, I was thinking, like how we as individuals, we all have like certain things that we struggle with. And I was just wondering, like, when you look back over your life and even now, take that into consideration, what is the hardest thing that you struggle with the whole time?
The hardest thing?
Yeah, like can you like pull out or point out some things that just have been really tough?
That's a hard question.
I'm
on the spot.
You hear them laughing?
She listen. She didn't even ask me this before the video. So she put me on the spot right now. So
yeah, I mean, it just came to me to ask. So
the hardest thing, man.
Bye. Lock the door.
Who are you talking to?
Those are teenagers. They're going out, living their life. Unlike us at home on a Friday night.
It's a Friday night and we in the house talking to y'all.
Yeah, and they're like, bye, I love you. They're going out living their life. Wow. Who would think it would take that kind of turn? But anyway, yeah, you have, what's on your mind?
You said, what was the question again?
The hardest, like, consider your whole life and even today. What's one of the hardest struggles you've had?
The hardest struggles, and this is to this day, I still don't understand the mind frame of people.
You don't?
No, I don't.
When it comes to what?
Like me as a person, now most people that know me, they know that I stay to myself. I'm pretty much a low-key person. But at the end of the day, when I do make decisions, I do consider other people's feelings when I make decisions. So one of the hardest things that I say I would have to deal with is understanding people's thought process when they live their life and they make these decisions. Because from my experience, when it comes to dealing with friends, when it comes to dealing with people that I date, because I'm a single guy myself, it's like, where's your mindset at? Because it's like, I'm not mad that you live your life for yourself, because we all live in our life for ourselves. But it seemed like so many people live.
Bye. I told you bye. Sorry.
That's that parent lifestyle for y'all people. So it just amazes me how many people make decisions and they don't consider how their decision affects other people.
So maybe they think that they are considering how it affects you, or maybe it does come into their mind how it's going to affect you, but maybe it's zero concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care.
Well, from my experience, it's not that they on purpose screw you over. It's just that they don't consider how a decision in their life might affect other people.
And that's really big that you say that, because that's the thing. It's like, and I really wasn't thinking about it when I asked the question, but that's the thing, is like our lives are really intertwining with one another. And it's like, to me, even you and me, if we decide to do this YouTube channel, then we do have to be considerate of each other and many fronts, as far as schedule's concerned, as far as content's concerned and all of that. So when you take it to a deeper level of maybe being in a relationship or even in family and things, friendships and things of that nature, like that should be across the board, that we have consideration for one another, but even beyond consideration, to care enough to act on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I wouldn't like this, so I'm not going to do this to so-and-so.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been like your biggest struggle, kind of being able to coexist with people who don't necessarily always consider you or your feelings or, your life when it comes to them as well.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it could be something real small. Like, let's say if Bianca, you ask me, Teddy, we're gonna go on a trip together, and we're gonna pack up our car. We're gonna go on a trip. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna be like, okay, let me make sure my car is clean. Let me make sure everything is cleaned out so everybody's comfortable. Let me make sure I have a full tank of gas. Let me make sure all my service stuff on my car is together so there's no breakdowns. And this is the stuff that's going on in my head so that I can make sure that everything is good. Not so that not only that I can have a good trip, so that the people that's riding with me, I don't want to not service my car so that we broke down and we on the side of the road and everybody's inconvenient or me not clean my car so that when you get in my car, you're living in a mess and you're in, like these are the things that go in my head. But it amazes me that how many people live their life, they don't even think about this stuff and they just do stuff. They don't care about how it affects other people.
I wonder, do you know what you're saying? It's like our lives are just that, vehicles, because we never stop. We're always going, right? And so when we start to coexist and have other people, friendships and relationships, it's like, yeah, how is this going to affect another person when they get into my vehicle? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't stop to consider, just even say people who don't get counseling or stuff when they go through bad or hard times, or, maybe a breakup that could be really hurtful. I think it's important to have some type of counseling, and even if it's peer counseling, you know what I'm saying, to talk it out and see where you're going from there. Because that to me is somewhat of what you described, a broke down vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And so, or one that's on the verge of breaking down. So if Teddy jumps in a vehicle with a broken person, or vice versa, then guess what? Somewhere down the road, the vehicle is going to break down. And so now this relationship is like at a standstill. And then other people could get hurt, because if you have a raggedy car because you didn't tend to your stuff before, you could get into an accident and hurt the person, the passengers. And so I don't know if you were even knowing what you were saying at the time, but it really is, it's relevant, right? To our everyday life.
Yeah, I mean, just the little stuff that, and again, we might say there's little stuff, but really it's really not, because it's like a domino effect. It might start small, but as it goes down the line, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, you have a whole room full of stuff that's just going into this whole motion that started real small.
It's just a mess. It's a mess.
Right.
It's like it's spiraling out of control. It's like you lose a wheel and then out of before you know, you're out off the dang on cliff. So I understand that. And I think you and I are we're the same sign. So I can understand, having difficulties. You're Pisces.
Pisces people.
I can understand having difficulties understanding people's intentions, and their actions. I constantly somewhat struggle with that. Well, I have before, until I just said I just don't care, and it wasn't out of a place of hurt. It was just out of a place of, okay, I don't have time to try to figure out so and why they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
Only person I can be accountable for that.
Is there something else I can help with?
No.
That's technology for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't ask this thing nothing. The only thing that I could be accountable for is myself, or the only person that I can be accountable for is myself. And then, listen, that's 50-50 too, because I'm halfway accountable for my own actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody may tell me something about me and I'll be like, no, I didn't. Not really owning up to it or being able to see myself the way other people can. So, I think my focus today would be to be accountable for myself and do the best to treat people how I would want to be treated, because I always done that. And so I don't want any situation or relationship or friendship or bad, but that's turned bad, to stop that or change that about me. So the best way to not allow that would be not to focus on those people. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you a perfect example today. Today I was at my job, and for you people who don't know me, I drive truck for a living. And as you know, the truck is two pieces. You can drop trailers. I picked up a trailer today. The trailer not only did it have two bad tires and a signal light that was out. Now, anybody who drives trucks will tell you. Now, I'm not talking about the light, but the tires. If the tires are bald, that means it's been this way for months. So that means continuously multiple drivers from my company picked up this trailer and was like, no, I'm just going to drive it enough just to get me where I go, and it'll be somebody else's problem when I'm done. So this been going on for months. Now it's my turn to pick up the trailer. And again, I'm trying to do the right thing. It inconvenienced me.
Mhm.
I had to stop on the side of the road and stop. Fortunately, my company has an account with a particular place where we can get these stuff situated.
Mhm.
But it took me 45 minutes. I got 2 new tires and a new signal light. But again, you say, well, 45 minutes, that's not that bad. But because of the decision of the other drivers ahead of me, if they would have did what they were supposed to do originally, this would not be an issue. Because fortunately, I was able to get to a place where I can fix my trailer and my light. But what if these things would have been a flaw on the road? Anybody who drives trucks to tell you, if you call for a service, that can cost you 4 or 5 hours of your day. Or a DOT inspection where you not only get pulled over, you get put out of service, you get fees, you get penalties and tickets.
Mhm.
And again, this is something that somebody else has to make a decision to look at what's going on, but you only thinking about yourself because you're saying, oh, I just want to get to where I want to go. I don't care what I leave for you is going to inconvenience you because I'm only thinking about me.
Isn't that amazing that this even like where did this come from, right? It's amazing that we can have all these setbacks because we choose not to attend to the issues that we are having. These are cycles of behavior, cycles of issues that we continue to have, whether it be jump into relationship after relationship, jump from church to church, job to job. You may struggle with some other areas in your life, and you continue to cycle this behavior. But if we just attend to the root of the problem, the setbacks, as you referenced, like as far as that trailer, the
Right.
setbacks won't be necessary. They won't even be there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so the thing is still that it's not only affecting you, it's affecting everybody around you. I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure that the 45 minutes that you took, I know you told me you just got home not too long ago. So
Right.
the 45 minutes that it took didn't affect only them, the people who decided to push you back on the back burner. It affected you. It affected probably your schedule or whatever else you had to do. I don't know if you had to deliver at the time. I have no idea, but it affected more than one person.
It
But
changed the
nobody
whole
thinks about that.
it changed the whole dynamics of my day because of other drivers' decisions.
Yeah. And that's the thing where we have control to change, to fix the situation ourselves. I think that's why it's good to, be single. If you can sit and work on yourself and not affect other people, then you know what I'm saying. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because she's in that whole mode where she's saying screw relationships. But
I
that's
never
a whole
told
other
y'all that.
subject.
Y'all
That's
never
a
heard me
whole,
say that.
I
You
know it
never
because
heard
she
me say
told me
that.
that. She said screw relationships. She don't want to talk to nobody.
You should be quiet telling my business like that.
And tell your business because I know your business.
Yeah, like nobody's wanted to be in a relationship because but it's for good reason for me. Sometimes, people make the decision from a bitter place, maybe, or from a hurt place. But to me, it is really good to be able to take some time and work on yourself so that when you do get in another relationship, it's not trickling down on that person. Or
But the reason I could say your circumstances, because I totally understand where you come from. I mean, it's frustrating because it's like you want to talk to people, but it's like all the people you run into, it's like they're constantly making moves, not necessarily on purpose, but they're constantly living their life and making moves just to appease them. But they don't realize how the decisions and the moves they make
it's
affect other
so
people.
awful, like so many casualties, right? Because
Right.
oh, I'm used to getting it this way. Someone hit so and so up in their inbox. I love you. I love you. I love you. All day long, you telling 50 people
Yo,
you
whoa,
love
whoa,
them.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You get those kind of, they be hitting you up like that. I love you.
Everybody knows that happens.
You get those kind of inboxes? What you be doing to these guys?
Excuse me, like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't even have. Why would you say something like that?
I don't get those kind of inboxes. I love you.
So that's the thing. You're a man. I'm a woman, and so I think that a lot of times men think that women are very like easy or something. Or let me just try this and see if this will work firsthand. So I'm gonna tell them I love them. I'm in love with you. This is constant. You know what I'm saying? Dudes do that.
Oh, they be playing the game. They be lying.
I don't get that. But I'm saying, do you know how many casualties that could cause? Because just because I feel like I'm mature enough to see through that, some people are
Right.
not. Some people are not. And so this is what causes all the hurt and stuff that people always talk about. Like, You bitter, you this. Well, you were just in 50 people's inboxes telling about you love them. You want to change their last name, like you weird, man. You're the weird one, but you trying to make, but then that's what I feel like that's what guys do, not including you, but guys try to put women at fault when they have attitudes and stuff. Oh, they're crazy. Well, they've been dealing with this consistently for years.
Right.
You laughing because I know Teddy be telling them folks he love them and stuff. I try to tell him not to tell them.
I ain't never tell no chick I love them if I ain't mean it. That's a lie.
Don't. That's a lie.
That's a lie. That's facts.
That's facts.
Facts. You know Teddy, me, I'm too real.
First of all, if Teddy was doing it, like this wouldn't even be a conversation that he and I could have because he wouldn't know where I was coming from on it. You know what I'm saying? It would just be like a brick wall.
You know, Bianca, if a chick tell me I love you and I don't mean it, I'll be like, oh yeah,
are you gonna tell? So that's an awkward place, right? When somebody tells you that. What do you
gonna
think?
tell. I'm not. No, I ain't doing that. I don't play.
What you gonna say?
I'm like I said, I love you. I'm like, word, you love me? Oh,
no, like I said, you do.
What about that Knick game at 9:00? Like, oh, did you see the weather? Oh yeah, it's about to rain tomorrow. I'm gonna change this up. I'm not gonna tell her I love her if I don't mean it. I don't do that. I don't play that game. And
I know that it sounds like, oh, it's just some words, or it's not that big a deal. I think it is a bigger deal because
it's a big deal.
People measure love differently, I believe. And so, like I said, it could be an immature person, and when I say immature, it's inexperienced in relationship that has a guy hit her up in the inbox and be like, "I love you," and she's like head over heels, and then before you know, she's ready to do something to herself when you don't follow through with all these promises you made. Like, do you see what you done?
That's why I don't play that game. I don't play that game at all.
Yeah, and you need to talk to these guys and tell them to stop doing it. Them your friends.
Well, maybe I need to do a rant on one of these videos. Tell these guys, you ain't got a lot of chicks. This is 2021. Girls is ready to get down to business. You can just keep it real.
Well, I think it's not really like, I don't think it's all that, but.
Yes, it is. It's 2021.
Yeah, I know what year it is, but I think that it's not that. I think that women are actually more conscious of the behavior of people like that.
Facts.
And it's not that they're ready to get down to business in that manner, but they do want to know what's real. And so if you just tell her, you know what I'm saying, what the real are. And you never know what the results may be. But to me, it reminds me of that movie, Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
But
that was his fault though.
She was justified, right? She was justified.
That was his fault. He should have never did what he did to that girl.
Yeah, she was justified.
Now don't get me wrong, she was crazy, but he should have never did that to that girl.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. So yeah, that's it. Oh, you were saying that guys like that make it hard for, you know, you did. You told me that guys like that make it hard for other guys.
Oh, you gonna go down that line?
No, just like vaguely.
Well, you were talking about how the guy was kissing up to you and tell you that he loved you and all that stuff. See, guys like him make it hard for guys like me because at the end of the day, he's gonna go up in the inbox and kiss girls' butts, or I'm using a nice word. I really want to cuss, but he kissing girls' butts and say, I love you and all that stuff. So when a guy like me comes around and just tells you what it is and tell you the truth, you don't want to listen to a cat like me because you used to a guy just saying whatever it takes just to get you, even if it's false. Mm-hmm. So when I come to you and tell you the truth, you're not going to listen to a guy like me because you're used to guys saying whatever it takes just to get you, even if it's false.
Yeah, that just sums it up to me. And so
that's why I'm single, people. I tell these girls the truth.
Okay.
It just is what it is.
This is Daddy.
If I'm on a date,
and these are his confessions.
Yeah. See, you about to have me going to rant. If I'm on a date with you, I ain't gonna tell you I love you the first date. What kind of stuff is that? But y'all deal with these sucker dudes who be like, oh baby, I love you. I like the way you dress and you so cute and blah 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 blah. He was on like 5 dates today. He said that to every chick, and you falling for it. What's all that? Where my drumsticks at? I'm about
to confessions right here. What?
I'm a sucker because every dude that come in my inbox, I believe.
You know what? Stop. Stop. Yeah, just let him go in.
He loved me, but he loved every woman on the block.
Let him go in. I quit. Stop.
And then when a real dude get in your inbox, you say he mean. He ain't, oh, you ain't showing me enough love and affection, but he telling you the truth. And then you get with these sucker dudes who tell you everything you want to hear. You want to listen to them. All right, go ahead. Get with the
Y'all
sucker
need to
dude.
listen to Teddy though, because it's true. And then it's like you said, at some point we got to be accountable though, because
Right.
as a woman, I think that when are you going to like read between the lines here? You know what I'm saying? Like every dude can't tell you they love you, and you run to that. So somewhere we got to grow up and say, hey, why would I even believe him with no evidence, just words? Like what the hell?
Yo, and I'm not trying to expose you, Bianca, but one of the dudes.
Expose me.
Yeah, you said there was a guy in your inbox. The dude never even met you, talking about he loved you. What?
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Why? You mean why?
And y'all chicks believe that?
Yeah. Let's have a moment of silence for that, because it's like,
I don't know what to say about that.
well, so let's just kind of switch roles. If a woman comes to your inbox, I know you say you wouldn't necessarily say it back, but would you be impressed if she's like, oh, you're so handsome. Oh my gosh, I love you. Are you liking that, or what do you feel about it? Like she's complimenting you and she's like, oh, I want to be your wife. I just want, that type of talk.
You want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Block, 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 block.
You blocking her for complimenting you?
Block, block.
Yeah, the block button is there for a reason.
Y'all talk about religion. I am the pastor of the block religion.
He's true. So I'm blaming all my blocks on him, actually.
I'm about to block y'all people. Bye. You should end the video right there. Bye.